Aruna. And Aruna Prashna happens to be the first section of the Taittiriya Aranyaka belonging to Krishna Yajurveda. And the Taittiriya Aranyaka here begins with the prayer for Surya Bhagavan, who is Parabrahma, who is all in all, who is Arogya Vidwan, who is whatnot, everything. Ka Surya Deva Vedaha, Surya Deva Agnihi, Surya Deva Chandrama, Surya Deva. So any and everything, Adityaha Sarvo Agnihi Prithivyam, whatever energy, whatever fire, whatever thing is there in the world, all is only because of Surya Bhagavan. And that kind of Surya, today we have started to continue, especially at a section where we are given the opportunity, when we regard this Agni, Vayu, Surya and their sources, and study about them and know about that or make upasana of that, then we will be becoming Ayatanavans. That is, we are going to have some kind of residential quarter. Because when we are living here, we make a shelter. But what about the shelter when you don't have a body, but you go with other assets, punya and papam and all that to the other lokas where we don't know. But still, that is definitely all our scriptures indicate that Bhuloka is not permanent to anybody in the world. If anybody who visits Bhuloka must vacate and go out, go away. And Bhuloka is known for Dvandva. So one has to try to supersede that Dvandvatitaha. And not only Dvandvatita, as long as we are there upon this earth, we are told that we are always ridden by the Matsara, that jealous. So Nirmatsaraha Bhavitum Sakyam Atra Eva. In Bhuloka only, through practice and all other things, we can overcome the Matsara, jealous. Because if Matsara is persisting in us, we are all not progressing positively. That's what it is said. And again, the same idea has been given differently by our Tyagaraja, a great Telugu Sahit Vaggayakara and Sangeeta Vaggayakara. He only asks or addresses to Rama, saying that Matsaramanu terati yagarada. Rama, oh Rama, the Matsara is a curtain. So Rama to become the curtain raiser. When once the curtain is removed or risen, then you will see the Paramatma up. So, but we are all having that Matsara. It's a Maya, and that has got to be removed through the Upasana, Surya Upasana, and also Apaha Upasana, and so on. Now we are at the most important point where we consider Yopamahayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati Asau Vaitapannapamayatanam Ayatanavan Bhavati Apova Amushyatapata Ayatanam Ayatanavan Bhavati Ya Evam Veda Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati. And moreover, the advantage is that Pushpavan, Prajavan, Pasuman Bhavati. So Pushpavan, Prajavan, Pasuman. So when we are upon the earth, we have got to have these three benefits. One is Pushpa, flower. So flower is a representative, symbolic thing which will signify many more things. Flower is soft, flower is beautiful, flower is fragrant, flower involves the grace of earth, means soil, water, manure, Surya, Chandra, and more ingredients. So we have got scientifically or even from aesthetic point of view or from botanical point of view, whatever it is. So the apaha, the flower, pushpa, is one which will make us really sanctified, pushpavan, that is completely sanctified, sanitized. That's why we got puja. We are all familiar with the puja system, where pushpaihi puja is the definition, one of the definitions. Whenever you offer the best of best worshipful yajna material, flower, then you get the puja done, revere, worship done to the god, and subsequently you are going to get the benefit. Therefore, pushpa is punya acquisition. Therefore, we get punyam because of this pushpam. So pushpavan and prajavan must have a progeny and children. So that is what we want. And prajavan, pasuman. Pasu is the wealth. So pasuman bhavati. These are the three advantages when we are able to think of the thing. Now, ఒకసారి మొదటి నుంచి చదవండి యోపామాయతనం. You just begin, and when we stop, యోపామాయతనం వేద చదవండి ఒకసారి ప్లీజ్ సైట్.
యోపాం పుష్పం వేద పుష్పవాన్ ప్రజావాన్ పశుమాన్ భవతి చంద్రమా వా అపాం పుష్పం పుష్పవాన్ ప్రజావాన్ పశుమాన్ భవతి య ఏవం వేద యోపామాయతనం వేద ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి అగ్నిర్వా అపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి यो अग्निरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वा अग्निरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति वायुर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो वायोरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै वायोरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति असौ वै तपन्नमापायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो अमुष्यतपत आयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वा अमुष्यतपत आयतनम् ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి.
స్టాప్ చేయండి. ఇక్కడ దాకా వచ్చాం మనము. We have come up to this point and considering that apamayatanam, ayatanam is the source, and when you try to meditate upon the source for all these prakriti, the natural things, as we see Agni, Vayu, Surya, and so on, that's what we are going to. And also ultimately we go to the time, the samvatsara. But here, amushyatapadaayadanam veda. Amushya is Surya Bhagavan. So Surya Bhagavan has been given the word as the amushya. That is to say that he would be one who will give placement to all people, and especially to the water. And so that's why Veda says Adityat jayate vrishtihi. So Adityat jayate vrishtihi. That is, right from sun, due to sun, we are going to get the vrishti. And when there is vrishti, there is vitrupti. In Taittiriya Upanishad, belonging to Yajurveda, you get Manushi Sangnaha, Daivi Sangnaha. See, among Daivi Sangnas, the first one is said to be Truptiriti Vrushtau. So, Truptiriti Vrushtau tells you that whenever there is rain, whenever there is a benefit from the sky, then there is a satisfaction. Therefore, the Amushya Atapata is shining. Atapata is this sunlight. Atapata is that. So And that's why an umbrella in Sanskrit called as Atapatram. Atapatra trayate. So it will just protect people, giving shade. Therefore, it is called Atapatra. So here, in this particular thing, that asovai tapannapamayatanam, E apamayatanam asovai kalu. He is the origin of waters. And also, when once you make Suryopasana, he would be sure to give you the dwelling, ensured dwelling. So the origin of waters is because of him. He would give the placement. And also, anybody who knows the dwelling of this shining sun, he would be ensured of a dwelling. Waters are the origin for this shining sun. Therefore, another important point that we see is that the rays, the hot rays, sun is called as a Gharmaruchi. Gharmaruchihi Adityaha, or otherwise is also called as Gharmamsu. So when Chandra is called as Sitamsu, Surya Bhagavan is called as Gharmamsu. But the pity, the Anukulam, what is that? Even though the sun's rays are hot, they contain moisture. So even if it is 50 degrees and all around, people are able to move, make their movements in the nature. 48, 40, 44, 34, whatever it is. But Surya Bhagavan is so great that he will not torture people upon the earth with his power of the rays and heat of the rays. The thermal power, the radiance in that Paramatma is always under control. Like the ocean waters under control. Like the Yagnavedi, however many offerings you offer, they will not jump out of the Yagnavedi, and all that will be consumed within the scope. Like that, here you see Asauvaida Pannapamayatanam Ayatanavan Bhavati, and Apo Vai Amushyatapada Ayatanam Ayatana Bhavan Bhavati. Now Kashyap will say, Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati.
योपामयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति.
Two times.
योपामयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति.
Chandramava Apamayatanam.
चन्द्रमावापामायतनं चन्द्रमावापामायतनम्
Ayatanavan Bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति. आयतनवान् भवति.
Yaschandramasa Ayatanam Veda.
यश्चन्द्रमस आयतनं वेद. यश्चन्द्रमस आयतनं वेद.
Ayatanavan Bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति. आयतनवान् भवति.
Evam Apo Vai Chandramasa Ayatanam.
आपो वै चन्द्रमस आयतनम्. आपो वै चन्द्रमस आयतनम्.
Ayatanavan Bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति. आयतनवान् भवति.
Evam Veda.
य एवं वेद. य एवं वेद.
Yopamayatanam Veda.
योपामायतनं वेद. योपामायतनं वेद.
Ayatanavan Bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति. आयतनवान् भवति.
Nakshatrani va apamayatanam.
नक्षत्राणि वापामायतनम्. नक्षत्राणि वापामायतनम्.
Ayatanavan Bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति. आयतनवान् भवति.
Yo nakshatranamayatanam Veda.
यो नक्षत्राणामायतनं वेद. यो नक्षत्राणामायतनं वेद.
Ayatanavan bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति
Evam Veda.
य एवं वेद अपो वै नक्षत्रान्
Apo vai nakshatranam
आपो वै नक्षत्राणामायतनम् आपो वै नक्षत्राणामायतनम्
ayatanavan bhavati.
आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति
Evam Veda.
एवं वेद एवं वेद
You observe in this particular framework, it is easy for us to remember, and it is easy because there is the repetition of idea saying that anybody who knows the ayatanam of the Veda, I mean ayatanam so and so, and apama ayatanam, they are the source of water. Then who are the sources of water? Then we have got the answers to that, and we notice that sun is the chief person who gives you water. Not only is a Gharmamshu, and now he talks about the Chandramaha. He is supposed to be the origin of waters. And those people who know about him, who make upasana, Chandropasana, he will be getting the permanent residence, in other words. So ayatanam, that is, the goal is being determined when you take to upasana or reverence to some of the natural forces. The Prakriti and Purusha, this is the division upon the earth. Prakriti and Purusha. Purusha is Narayana. Prakriti is the nature which we are all enjoying. So the Panchabhutas, Prithvi, Appu, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha, all that 5 elements are there. But we have the sample of each of those elements in our life, in our body. That's why Panchabhutatmakam Sariram. What is your body composed of? It is composed of Prithvi, Ap, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha. Thereby, as long as these 5 elements are working in rhyme and rhythm in our body, our health conditions are good. But if there is some difference in these things, then we are not at all happy. That's why when we make a prayer to this Chandra and others, this means that we are making our body to have a comfortable fixtures so that we can devote ourselves to the settlement. Ya evam Veda, ya evam Veda. That is, all Vedic Samhitas are taken as the Prabhu Samhitas. That means dictatorial text. You don't have any revision. You need not put your pen or finger to the statements made in the Vedas, because they are all Rishivakyas, fully are conforming to Ruta and Satya. And Ruta and Satya statements are done because of the tapas the rishis have earned. So tapasa brahmaloka, tapasa siddhyanti karyani namanorothaihi. So unless you work well, tapas is a work. You will not be able to get hold of the benefits. Like that, in this particular division, you observe Chandrama va apamayatanam. You please understand Chandrama. Chandraha kadu, Chandramaha. That is the idea. This Chandramaha apamaya. Here is Chandrama va apamayatanam. You have to underline that word va. Va means or. Sun or sun or Agni or Vayu or whatever. So or means they have got that kind of primacy. Whenever there is a va, there is a primacy. For example, in Ramayana, you observe Rama is Manava and or Nara. You can take Rama is Nara. And the Hanuman, Sugriva, and all of them, they are all known as Vanara. So to say that or man or man. What do you mean by or? Looking like. So looking like man is monkey. and man only is man. So looking like, and this put together, they were able to destroy the evil and Rakshasas and Ravanas. So ultimately, in the same manner, here you see that asau vai tapannapamayatanam, and the va shabda is not offered in respect of Surya Bhagavan, because he is the nakshatradhipati, grahadhipati. So that's why Surya has got the supremacy. And in other aspects, you must observe as a research student, when you want to interpret or understand Vayurvapamayatanam, Agnirvapamayatanam, and Chandramavapayatanam. But when you come to Surya, no Va, is it not? So, Asuvvaitapannapama. What is that here? Why? Here it is not Va, it is Why. Mark that. Why means indeed, verily, not contestable. Nobody can contest Surya Bhagavan, say that I am superior, I am all this. No, no, no. Surya is Parabrahma, Surya is supreme. And that's why we call Surya as Narayana, Surya Narayana, Samudra Narayana, Vipra Narayana. So like that, this Narayana Sabda attributed even for the bhavas also. Bhava Narayana. Bhava means thoughts, the feelings. And all those thoughts that come out from the buddhi is again Ishvara Sankalpa, Ishvara Niyamika. Unless Paramatma agrees, you will not be able to do what you are doing in a positive way. Today we are sitting for Aruna Prashna because we have the Surya Anugraha working with us, and therefore we are doing. That's why there is the word asau, why. Why means indeed, satyavagi, nijavagi, verily, truthfully, really. But here, Chandramava pamayatanam and ayatanavan bhavati. So van bhavati, van, vat and vati. These are the Sanskrit suffixes which will tell you the possession. See, Satyavan is masculine gender, who is adapt with the truth speaking. Dharmaraja, for example, little. So Satyavan, Rutavan, Dhiman, Buddhiman is all one man. And another is, that's why he said got Van. Then Van and Man, Baba, you see Van, Man being the same thing. And so Chandramasa Ayatanam Veda, Chandramasaha, Shashti Bhakti Ekavachanam. You have to try to explore the knowledge that Chandra is the light. That's why we have got Chandra mantra in Navagraha mantras going. Sivalinga long back asked me to explain that. So there, Apya Yasvasame Dute Visvatas Soma Vrishniyam Bhavavajasya Sangathe. So Chandramava Apamayatanam. So Chandra is being requested to join our performance of sacrifice in the sacrificial hall. Vajasya Apya Yasva Sa Me Tu Me. So if you analyze the meaning of it, Chandranige, this particular mantra is applied. There is no other mantra with which you do Chandra hall in Abhisheka. So one mantra is done. That's what our rishis have picked up and fixed its employment. So Chandramasaha Ayatanam Veda, Chandramasaha Chandrama. If you were to be aware of the dwelling place of moon, you will have permanent placement and water. That means to say, water has got to be very much revered. When once you make a water revered or puja done, then all your requisites and other gods are also pleased. That's why we have got Kalasha Puja in our Devata Archana. So when we are doing Devata Archana, after Sankalpa, you take up immediately Kalasha. Kalasha is the water pitcher, and that you respect. So Kalasam, Ka is water, La is to deposit, Sha is the vessel. So kalasha means wherein you stock some water, and that water you sanctify, sanitize, etc. Then you involve all Vedas, all Vedangas, all rivers, all oceans, all gods, everything. Because that water is going to be of employment for the puja purposes all through the time. And another important point is, in Aruna Prashna itself, at the end, you see what kind of water you have got to use it. Because apam ayatanam, see, apam means where from do you get the water? And no doubt, you don't, the water comes from heaven. But where is it stocked? Important. So, durbhiksham devalokesho manunamudakam gruhe etavacha pravadanti. That is, when rainy season is over, the heaven is empty, no overhead tanks. Their overhead tanks there are empty. But where is the water that has been exhausted from the heaven? Manuna mudakam gruhe. In the gruha of manus or men, it is being stocked. Men gruha means even the earth. Upon the earth only people live. People get food. People make their vyapara and vyavahara. People, everything is from the Bhu, Devata Anugraha. That's why in Bhudevi Stotram, Suktam, Bhuvirdhenurdharani Lokadharini is the praise given for Bhudevi. Similarly, Bhuriva Bhumna, Jauriva Varimna, like that, another mantra goes like that. Bhuriva Bhumna. So Bhuma andre multifaceted, multitudinal, dimensional benefits and advantages that Bhudevi gives. And for that Bhudevi, how can she be a productive, helping to the productivity of either flowers or dhanyas or anything like that, but for water. So she is the best absorber of water. Recently, or in Bangalore, the government has asked people who want to build their houses, they should make some arrangement while building the house, that rainwater is collected and that is kept for employment, because rainwater simply drains and gets out, not allowing that. Therefore, that's why apamayatanam. And the explanation seems to be the same, but every time, whenever you pick up the object in the nature, then the interpretation also little varies also. So moon depends upon sun, but sun is not dependent upon anybody, because he is the highest power. Therefore, you observe why they're being used. In all other things named after that is called Va. Now we go to the Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati Nakshatrani va Apamayatanam Ayatanavan Bhavati Apo vai Nakshatranam Ayatanam Ayatanavan Bhavati Evam Veda is another set or step in the mount of the Apamayatanam, exploring the Apamayatanam, the source of water, the origins of waters will be, what is that? Nakshatrani. Look at the word nakshatra. Kshati means nasha. Nakshatra means nasha rahitaha, perish. And actually all nakshatras are jyotis. So jyoti gumshi. Jyoti gumshi means they are all taken as they are all stars because of resplendent light brilliance that they have got. Therefore, starlight is there, moonlight is there, sunlight is there. But among these three lights, which is more and more prominent, sunlight. Next the moonlight. Next we have got the starlight. So these are all called jyotis. Therefore, they never perish. No nakshatra is perishable. That's why nakshatra grahadharanam adhipaha suryaha. And he will see that even the nakshatras are also sustained and maintained by virtue of his grace. Therefore, they are called nakshatrani. Therefore, nakshatras are the source of water. So, in the nature, if your water to be really preserved, even the starlight also is important. Because that's why nakshatrani. So, whoever knows the ayatanam of the nakshatras, he will be really. The stars are eternal, causing waters to flow on land. Not only they are source of water, also they are source of light also. You know, starlight comes on Amavasya day, you will just be able to realize it. On other days, the starlight is there, but it is very much not at all useful. For example, during the sunshine, during the day, stars are there, but because of the exceeding power of the rays and brilliance of Surya Bhagavan, you don't see stars in the sky. You only see blue sky in the daytime. But in the night time, when moon is there, together with the moon you will find. But whether or not sun, moon are there, stars are always constantly present. That's why we take the name star. And anybody appears on the screen, they are called screen stars. And serial stars, cinema stars, that star and all that. You know, all. So when you have the highest distinction, you will be recognized as a star. So nakshatra ayatanam Veda ayatanavan bhavati. Same is the rule. Apaha nakshatra ayatanam. The water is the ayatanam, the dwelling place of all water. That is, here you observe the accountability for the objects of nature to urge the waters to reach ground. There operates a cosmological recycling very much with the help of many astronomical objects. So think that astronomy we study. The astro bodies are there. They are always working to help the earth, to help the mankind, to help all jivarasis that are there upon the ground. Therefore, all Jyotimshi are important. That's why everybody is born in the nakshatra, everybody is attributed to a deity, and everybody is attributed to a rasi. And so, whenever people are born, they compute, astrologers compute horoscope. Hora is time, scope is what you are going to be like all through the life. So some tickets of life is there. So in the 12 houses, they're called Jolaic houses, Bhachakram. And each house has got some signification and benefits. And that's a different matter that we study in astrology. So why I'm telling is, whatever is there upon the earth existent, that is being benefited because of the astro bodies. In fact, there was one seminar done for 3 days in Tirupati by Oriental Institute. Tirupati and astro bodies. So I had also opportunity to visit all that many astronomers, scientists, Vedic scholars, and also all of them, different faculties, they came and presented their paper, and we had very distinguished speakers on the stage to inaugurate. One of them was so many people, great people who came there, and we had opportunity to meet them. So all Swamijis were also there. So why I'm telling is that astro bodies, I presented on paper on the astro bodies' influence upon the land and the products of the land, long back in Tirupati. And so astral bodies are Surya, Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Nakshatras, and so on. So these are all taken as the, and also these asteroids also, I don't know. And I just, next month we are going to have a beautiful talk on these astro things connected to Ayurveda and healing and also for the global health care. So we are going to have a beautiful one lecture by a distinguished, repeatedly honored scholar from university. So here, nakshatrani va apamayatanam, apo vai nakshatranamayasanam. So even the stars also have got water in them, and that dampness and moisture, and that is very important. Well, we know it. Therefore, Kshara, Akshara. So, and moreover, Kshara also is Akshara. Akshara is also Kshara. That's why we have one chapter divided as marked in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna as Kshara Yoga. Akshara Yoga. So there, Krishna tells that though I am Akshara, though I am a nakshatra, though I am all great, but I am present in Kshara also. So the Kshara and Akshara both are having the divine intervention in that. Therefore, and what is the divine intervention? Water. Because apo va idagum sarvam vishwabhutanyapaha pasava apaha. So like that we have got apo sukta, apo mantra, so many are there. Apo histhamayo bhavaha tana urje dadhatana. So mayo bhavaha apaha. Here the word maya is used attributing to the importance of apaha. Mayo bhavaha means mokshadayakaha. Moksha from disease, moksha from this world. So without water, no ritual will be done. And without drinking water, no disease could be healed. No doctor will say, don't drink water, you are ill. No, you should drink more water. So that's why water is a universal healing agent, universal purifier. Varina suddham bhavati, mrudvarina suchihi. That's what. So with water, things will become cleaner and sanctified. Therefore, and where comes that water? That's the question. And now we are going to read about Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati. Chivalinga ever heli? Yopamayatanam Veda.
Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati. Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati.
Ajjanyo va apamayatanam.
Vajjanyo va apamayatanam. Vajjanyo va apamayatanam.
Ayatanavan bhavati.
Ayatanavan Bhavati. Ayatanavan Bhavati.
Yaparjanyasyaayatanam Veda.
Yaparjanyasyaayatanam Veda. Yaparjanyasyaayatanam Veda.
Ayatanavan bhavati.
Ayatanavan Bhavati. Ayatanavan Bhavati.
Apo vai parjanyasyayuthanam ayatanam.
Apo vai parjanyasyaayatanam. Apo vai parjanyasyaayatanam.
Ayatanavan bhavati.
Ayatanavan Bhavati. Ayatanavan Bhavati.
Yopamayatanam Veda.
Yopamayatanam Veda. Yopamayatanam Veda.
Ayatanavan bhavati.
Ayatanavan Bhavati. Ayatanavan Bhavati.
Samvatsaro va apamayatanam.
संवत्सरो वा अपामायतनम् संवत्सरो वा अपामायतनम्
आयतनवान् भवति
आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति
यत्संवत्सरस्यायतनं वेद
यत्संवत्सरस्यायतनं वेद यत्संवत्सरस्यायतनं वेद
आयतनवान् भवति
आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति
आपो वै संवत्सरस्यायतनम्
आपो वै संवत्सरस्यायतनम् आपो वै संवत्सरस्यायतनम्
आयतनवान् भवति
आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति
एवं वेद
य एवं वेद य एवं वेद
So whatever items mentioned here, they are all related to Surya Bhagavan. From Surya Bhagavan only all these originations take place, and having all these originations connected to waters. Therefore, you observe here the most important agent of Varuna Deva, the king of waters. And Varuna and Mitra, same, Mitra, Varuna. That's why in the morning, whenever we do Sandhya Vandanam or Sandhya Vandanam, then we make prayer to Mitra. Mitrasya charshani dhrutaha sravo devasya sanasim. So charshani dhrutaha mitraha. See, the charshani are the people. Who is that who maintains people upon the ground? భూలోకంలో పుట్టినటువంటి జీవరాశులకి అందరికీ ఆహారోత్పత్తిని అనుకూలాలను చేస్తున్నటువంటి భగవంతుడు ఆకాశంలో ఉన్నాడు. ఆ భగవంతుడు ఎవరు అంటే సూర్యుడు. సూర్యాదేవ ఖల్విమాని భూతాని జాయంతే ఏన జాతాని జీవంతి. సో ది moment they are born on the land, because of him, they also continue to live, sustain themselves here. So for that, what is the tool? Here it is said, Parjanyo va apamayatanam. Parjanya devataha. Parjanya are the clouds. So constantly you find one or the other cloud hovering over the sky, floating, but most of them will be white in color. But when the color of the cloud changes, turns to be deep dark and lightning and rumbling, then we are hopeful of water, rain from the cloud. Therefore, where is the water source? Cloud is the water source. In cloud, the origin of water lies. And therefore, that fellow who tries to make a Parjanya Japa, Parjanya Puja, Parjanya Aradhana, he will be supplied with all energies. That's why, whenever there's a drought or famine or some such natural calamity, people take to Parjanya Japa. And when Parjanya Japa is done, and he will talk to Varuna, he will talk to Surya Bhagavan, and with their grace, heads of department of water, Surya and Varuna and all that. So he will be able to shower water to all the people on the land. Therefore, Parjanyaha va apamayatanam. So don't consider there is only one source where from you get water reaching the earth. There are several other sources are there. Agni, Chandra, Vayu, Nakshatras, and Parjanya. Now we come to the Parjanya, and that Parjanyasya ayatanam. So you have to note that Parjanya. How does Parjanya come? Taittiriya Upanishad tells you that Parjanyaha Yajna Samudbhavaha. So all the clouds are formed in the sky because of the Yajna Dhuma. So Yajnas are the source through which you can generate the clouds Yajna is prayatna, generate clouds on the sky and make them contain water and gives you all that water to you. Therefore, Parjanyaha, who is Parjanya? He is Yajna Samudbhavaha. And who is that Yajna? That Yajna is Vishnu, Yajno vai Vishnu. So you see the interlinking situation in the divine world. No one is independent. You cannot, if you make to one prime God, that prime God is connected with other gods or other forces, other energies, and cooperating with them, you are getting the benefits. That's why we don't make prayer to one God, we make prayer to all several gods. And before all that, you make prayer to Ganapati. As yesterday, some people performed Varalakshmi Vratam, so they do Ganapati Puja and then go to Varala Mahalakshmi. Or Ganapati Puja, then they go to, before Ganapati Puja, as you know, people do Kalsa Puja. Kalsaradhanam karishye. After Sankalpam, you will say Kalsaradhanam karishye. Kalasasya mukhe Vishnu kanthe Rudra Samasita. So we have got all these three murtis are present. Kalasasya mukhe Vishnu, Rudra, and at the Moolam Brahma. So these three murtis are occupying the water levels at top, middle, and down deep. You remember in Samudra Mathana episode, when the mountain was sinking, the Parvatam, then when gods and demons requested Narayana, the project manager, Aya, kuch bhi karo, and the mountain is sinking. We are not able to churn the ocean in order to get Amritam. So, kuch karo, do something. Then immediately Narayana became a tortoise and immediately went down, deep down into the waters of the ocean, where underneath the mountain, put the mountain on its back, and then came slowly up, remained steady, and with that base, that mountain could be tenable for churning purpose. So that is one. Like that, here, Parjanyasyayatanam, when you talk about the importance of Parjanya, there is immense importance of Parjanya and the clouds. Even in your computer language, you have got cloud computing, and your cloud labs are there, and metrics are there, internet measurements are there. So the present day scientific advancement is nothing but after the advancement in our cosmic situations already shown forth by our great scientists, the Veda Rishis. So here, Apovai Parjanyasyayatanam. So whoever knows that water is the permanent place for the Parjanya is the permanent place, then he will be getting a permanent place free from rebirth in that. So Parjanya is an important individual god we should try to serve. In Mahanarana Upanishad and in Taittiriya Upanishad, etc., says that the Parjanya is cause for food, is cause for people, is cause for the dwelling on earth for people. Therefore, the Upanishad, Mahanarana Upanishad concludes, Sava Esha Purusha Vidha Eva. Sava Esha Purusha Vidha Eva. So, Purusha Vidhi, the Marga, or the directions of the living of the man, is Sava. The Sava means here the waters, or the water sources, or that is what is the Purusha Vidha. And so Purushas, which includes gods also, they also should cooperate to generate water. After all, during summer, Surya Bhagavan takes little water from the ocean, vaporized, and it turns into smoke, and he consumes. And then during the rainy season, immediately after Grishma Rutu, we have got the rain, Varsha Rutu, and you get plenty of rain and cool and all that. Next one, the final one we are coming to. What is the final The unit is the samvatsaram. Yopamayatanam Veda ayatanavan bhavati samvatsaro va apamayatanam ayatanavan bhavati yes samvatsarasyayatanam Veda ayatanavan bhavati apo vai samvatsarasyayatanam Veda ayatanavan bhavati ya evam Veda. So you please mark the word why or why is being attributed to one. One is Surya Bhagavan, another one is the Apaha itself. Rather, Samvatsara itself is the Va. I mean, why? That is, Samvatsara verily is the unit. Year by year, you are getting the benefits in percentages. That's why whenever you do puja, you just say Varshe Varshe Kartavya Etad Varsha Prayukta Srimad Vinayaka Varsiddhi Vinayaka Vrata Acharanam Karishye, for example, or any other deity, Paramahalakshmi Vratam Acharanam Karishye, or like that. So by uttering the Sankalpam like that, and we only look for the Sankalpa Siddhi, and that does happen. So here we have got the Samvatsara as the unit, Samvatsarova Apamayatanam. And whoever knows about the Samvatsara, the origin of waters, then they will have a permanent wetting. So it is well known that during rainy season, plenty of water falls, and the reason is occurring in the cycle of year. So every now and then, every year we have these Rutus, Rutu Pavanas, and Rutu applications taking place. And we have already got good information about about each Rutu. And in India, every Rutu or every season will hold for 60 days, 2 months. But in Western countries, they have only 4 seasons. So thereby, they have got 90 days. 90 days make one season here in Western countries, and 60 days make India. But anyway, every season will have the opportunity of enjoying the benefits, seasonal benefits, either on the crops, either on the humans, or either on the nature. Therefore, and that they are also important to give you moksha. So coming up to the Samvatsara, we stop here and we continue next week. So thank you very much that we have been able to understand the water source, the origin of water, and we can brood over, then try to get the validity of this kind of statement that apamapa mapa sarvaha. Sarvaha apaha. Everywhere, everything is again but the apaha product. Without water, nothing can be brought up. Okay, Om Swasti.
Om Swasti.
Om Sahanavavato Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyanta. Markaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamasta. Shri Vasudevarpanamasta. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadosta. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Namaste.
So, any comments, Kashyap? Are you following?
Yes, I'm